My name is Stephen Ikonya, the Director of Policy and Advocacy at the Action Foundation. Today we are in Kajiado County, where we have been building the capacity of teachers and educators on matters to do with foundational learning with a focus on inclusive education. The Action Foundation has had a partnership with the Ministry of Education and also Kajiado County government to be able to address some of the gaps that hinder access to education for children with disabilities, among them including lack of caregivers, knowledge and awareness on the importance of them enrolling their children to school, lack of teachers' capacity on inclusive education, excluding therefore children with disabilities from mainstream education. Partly also is the stigma and discrimination prevalent in this community. So we have had, we started our trainings 2 weeks ago. We have been able to train quite a good number of teachers. And today we are training over 80 teachers on inclusive education. And we hope that this training will be able to increase not just the enrollment, give the caregivers courage to be able to enroll their children to school, but also create inclusive classrooms where children with and without disabilities can be able to learn together. And also support the teachers to be able to meet the needs of children with diverse disabilities. So we thank the Ministry of Education and the County Government of Kajiado for the support that we have been able to receive so far for us to be able to carry out this training, and also the remaining trainings which will ensure that the teachers are well capacitated to be able to support children with and without disabilities. We believe in education for all, for lifelong learning. Thank you so much.
Okay. My name is Sheila Luta Muhori. I am an education officer in the Ministry of Education, headquarters Nairobi, Directorate of Special Needs Education. Today we are in Kajiado County, sensitizing teachers from ECD centers and early years of education in primary schools on inclusive education. The Constitution gives a backbone for the need for every child to access education, and not just education, education for lifelong learning, education for all for lifelong learning. And we are here to front for inclusive education, given that we've seen a few gaps in the provision of education for children with disabilities. One of the main thematic areas that is captured in the sector policy for learners and trainees with disabilities 2018 is the need for early identification, referral, intervention, and even school placement for children with disabilities. The issues we face in Kajiado County include stigma, where parents hide their children and not to allow them to access services that are required to identify them early, place them in school early so that they access the curriculum and excel in their own levels of abilities early enough. And so we are happy with Kajiado County and in Isinya, where we have teachers being trained on inclusive education across all the cadres of early years of learning. We thank the county government of Kajiado for partnering with the Ministry of Education Nairobi, the Action Foundation, and other stakeholders to ensure that inclusive education is practiced in this county, and not just within this county, but we shall also scale up to other counties in the country.
My name is Rahab Katampoi from Isinya County, Isinya Sub-County. I'm a teacher at Nongopir Primary School. I teach the grade 1 to grade 3 learners. I'm here today for the training. It is a training that is going to benefit both the teachers, the learners and the parents too. As a teacher, we go through so many challenges as we have these learners who have difficulties in our classes. And today, we are going to learn about the challenges. We are going to talk about the challenges like, one, in our school environment, we have an adaptive learning environment that is not conducive for the learners, environment that is not good for the learners. We lack facilities in our institutions. We lack trained teachers in our institutions. And through this training, we are going to learn as teachers how to identify these learners in our classes, how we are going to handle these learners in our classes, and we are also going to be able to talk to our parents, because we will get more information about these learners who need our assistance. So we'll be able to talk to our parents, those parents that have learners with difficulties. As teachers, we'll talk to the parents so that these parents can be able to come out, and we assist them in the lesson, in learning for these learners. As a teacher today, when I live here, I will be able to identify more learners, not only in these lower classes, but even the learners who are in upper classes. And it is a good initiative. We really appreciate, and we are going to learn more as we continue with the training.
Okay, my name is Daniel Mungai, and I'm the Curriculum Support Officer, Isinya Zone. We are here together with the Action Foundation, who are teaching the teachers how to be able to be handling the special children. These are the children with the special needs, so that they can be included in the same classrooms as the others are learning. It has been an issue whereby the special need children, most of them have been being left out in education, of which it's a kind of slavery that has been there within the learners, because these learners with the special needs, they also need to know how or what is going about in the world. They also need to know something concerning their own lives and how to be able to defend themselves when it comes to issues concerning life. So Action Foundation, it is somehow enlightening these children on matters concerning their living and how they are supposed to include themselves in life. So Action Foundation, it is an eye-opener. It is teaching teachers how to handle these children and how to be able to include them in their classrooms, and as well they are going to apply kind of inclusive play and inclusive learning in whatever they are going to be doing in their classrooms. So it's a good thing that is going about in Isinya, and they have an idea of also expanding this project to the entire Kajiado. Yes. Thank you.
My name is Emmanuel Kidali, Deputy Director, Special Needs Education, County Government of Kajiado. We are here today for an inclusive workshop whereby we are training teachers from Kajiado East sub-county, which encompasses 3 wards: Kaptei North, Losirkon, Sholinge, and Kitengela. We have come here purposely to train them on inclusive education. This is an education that promotes inclusiveness of all learners, regardless of their diverse needs. So I'm here as one of the facilitators. We did this kind of a training last week. The first cohort was about 50 teachers. And today we are handling 80 to make a total of 130. As the county government, our governor, through the Ministry of the Department of Education, have signed a memorandum of understanding with the Action Foundation to be able to roll this program in Kajiado East, so that this information from the training from the 130 teachers that we are targeting will be able to cascade the same information to our learners in the learning process, so that these learners who are disadvantaged in our societies can also be assisted in the learning process to realize their full potential. Remember that disability is not an ability, so once these learners are given the required assistance in an inclusive classroom, they will be able to learn with their counterparts, those that call themselves normal in quotes. They will be able to, this one will also promote even self-esteem among learners who have special needs. They will be able to know that they are able differently, cannot put them aside from their counterparts. It will enhance positive attitudes. The same information even will be taken to the communities around to know that these learners are very important in the learning environment. So as a department and a person in charge of special need, I must say we are very proud to have such kinds of engagements. We really thank the Action Foundation, and we pray for God to continue expanding their pockets so that they will continue assisting these learners. I'm sure by the end of the program, and as we continue, because this is something that will be continuous, we'll be able even to go to those schools that we have trained teachers to see what they are doing in classes and see whether they are implementing all the trainings that we have made in this kind of workshop. So I think that will be enough for today.
So my name is Dr. Nelly Otude. I'm a senior lecturer from Kenyatta University, where I've been teaching for the last 26 years. I teach in the Department of Early Childhood and Special Needs, and I'm also currently the Deputy Dean of the School of Education and Lifelong Learning. So in this workshop that has been going on, or the one that is going on for the next 4 days, I'm a facilitator for training teachers in inclusive education practices. So what we do is that we train them on how to identify learners with special needs and also how to intervene within the classroom to make sure that the strategies they are using, the materials and so on, are conducive. So the essence of this training is to cater for the diverse needs of learners within any given classroom. It is our hope that at the end of the training, these teachers will have acquired the necessary skills to include all learners in the classroom without leaving out any, because as a requirement, all learners are supposed to learn together, regardless of whatever disability they have. So the skills they'll be taken through, the intervention strategies they'll be taken through should enable them to be able to do that. That is our goal, and that is the hope of this particular training.